Hello everyone, my name is Jacky and this is my first booktube video. For a start, I decided to do the new To Booktube Tag created by Trina from Between Chapters, and I will put the link to her video down below. So let's just start it. Question number 1. Where are you joining us from? I live in Vienna, which is the capital city of Austria. Question number 2. How old are you? I'm 22 years old. Question number 3. Why did you join BookTube? I wanted a place to talk about books because my family are not really readers, and I know a few people who like to read but just not the same books as I do, and so I decided, well, I try it this way and talk to you guys. Question number 4. What is the meaning behind your channel name? My channel name actually has no real meaning because it's just my name and books behind it. I once had a blog which I called Jacky's Book, but at the moment there's nothing on there because I didn't like it anymore, I deleted everything and I haven't started a new one. Question number 5. What types of books do you read or want to talk about here? Fantasy! I love fantasy. Mostly YA, also added a little middle grade. Sometimes I read YA contemporary, but my all-time favorite will always be fantasy. Question number 6. What are some of your favorite authors? My favorite author of all time is J.K. Rowling. I just love the Harry Potter series. But I also love the books of Sarah J. Maas, Rainbow Rowell, J.R.R. Tolkien, John Green, Rick Riordan, George R. R. Martin and Stephanie Meyer, to be honest. Question number 7. What's the last book you read? The last book I read was The Last Named Sarah by Kristen Ciccarelli. This edition was actually in the Fairy Loot November Ladies That Slay box, and it has an exclusive cover. It's about a girl named Asha who has to hunt dragons in order to atone for a wicked deed she committed as a child, which nearly destroyed her whole city and cost many lives. She is still hated and feared by her people, and her father tells her in order to be accepted by her people, she has to kill the first dragon. I enjoyed this book very much. I fell in love with the writing, the story, the characters. I love the little stories that are in between some chapters. It's a really great book. Question number 8. What are you currently reading? I'm currently reading Furyborn by Claire Legrand. This is actually an arc which was also included in the last Fairy Loot box, and the book will be released in May 2018. It's about two young women who live centuries apart. The first one is Rael, who has the power to use all 7 kinds of elemental magic, but there are only 2 people who can possess this power. One is the Queen of Light and Salvation, and the other is the Queen of Blood and Destruction. She has to prove in 7 trials that she is the Sun Queen. 1,000 years later, Queen Rael is only a myth to bounty hunter Eliana. Her kingdom is conquered. Then her mother vanishes and she has to join a rebel captain on a dangerous mission to get her back or save her world. Whatever. I'm actually only a few pages in, as you can see. There are only 30 pages or so in, but I enjoy it. Question number 9. What do you use for bookmarks? Well, obviously bookmarks, but sometimes I take anything that's lying around me. Question number 10. Show us your current TBR pile. Well, my current TBR pile, if I only count the books I already own, are over 90 books. So I really can't show them all to you. But I can show you a few. I decided to show you this 4. The first one is the German edition of City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I actually already read City of Bones, but I haven't read any of her other Shadowhunter series books. So that's on my TBR for 2018. The next one is Magnus Chase by Rick Riordan. I read everything else by Rick Riordan. I loved Percy Jackson, I loved Heroes of Olympus, I like the Kane Chronicles. I haven't started on the Magnus Chase series yet, so that's another book I would love to read in 2018. Also on my TBR is The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. I haven't read any of her books yet, but I heard a lot of great things about the Grishaverse trilogy and also about the Six of Crow duology, and I would love to read all of them. It's on my TBR for 2018, so you see it's a really big TBR for 2018. And the last book on my TBR I'm going to show you is Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. This is the illustrated edition by Mina Lima, and it says it is lavishly illustrated with interactive elements. So I can't wait to read this book. Question number 11. Which do you prefer? Hardcover or paperbacks? Ebooks or physical books? Borrowing or owning books? I prefer paperbacks simply because they're cheaper and I'm a student and don't have that much money to pay for books. I have a Kindle e-reader and I really love it, but I always prefer physical books over ebooks. As you can see, I have many books, so of course I have to own the books I love. When I was younger, I tended to buy every book I read. I couldn't not have it after that. But I soon discovered that I couldn't do this. It's too much money. It's impossible to do. So I borrow some books, but everything that I really want to have, that I really love, I buy. And since I started to read a lot in English, I'm buying more books because my library just has no, or nearly no English books, because we're speaking German in Austria, so no English books to borrow from the library. Question number 12. What book or series got you into reading? That's kind of a hard question for me because I don't remember a time where I didn't read. The first book I remember reading was in 4th grade. It was The Never-Ending Story by Michael Ende. I think you would pronounce him Michael Ende or something like that. But the first books I remember falling in love with was the Harry Potter series, which I read around the age of 10. Question number 13. How did you discover BookTube? I discovered BookTube at the beginning of last summer when I had heard about this monthly subscription book boxes like Fairy Loot and Owl Crate, and I wanted to have one. But I didn't know what was inside them, so I watched a lot of unboxings, especially by Fairy Loot and Owl Crate, to help me decide. And it was just so great to see all these people talking about books and stuff, and I never stopped watching after that, so... Question number 14. What challenges do you think you'll face with your own channel? Well, it's actually a challenge for me to film this video and to upload it on the internet because I'm really shy, and being myself in front of a camera, that's something that's very difficult for me. And I only can do it if my family is not home, so that no one will hear me, which is silly because I will show them the videos when I'm finished, so that's going to be a challenge, but I'm hoping I can do it. Question number 15. Where else can we find you? Link up. I know many booktubers have a lot of social media, but I haven't that much. I have a Goodreads account. I will put the link down below, but at the moment there's nothing on there because I haven't started really putting stuff there or writing reviews. I also have an Instagram account which is at @Jacky'sBox, and I will also put this link down below. There's happening a lot more because I'm posting a lot of photos, bookish photos. And every book I post on Instagram that has a quote down below, I actually read this book. So yeah, that was the new To Booktube Tag. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I will soon be able to film more videos. See you next time. Bye!